God commands, thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not kill. God created your baby on purpose for His purposes. And you'll never know what those purposes are if you go in there. You'll never know what that child would have grown up to be. The only thing you know for sure is baby's dead by your hand. And how will you answer to Almighty God on the day of judgment? If you can't love a little baby, if you can't love your own flesh and blood, how can you love anyone? How can you love your selfish boyfriend if you can't love your own flesh and blood, your own child? Your boyfriend's not worth becoming a murderer over. He's going to dump you when the baby's dead. You can't build a relationship on murder. You don't grow old together with an abortion memory. No, folks, your situation will change, but you can't bring your baby back to life once it's dead. You can't unabort a baby. And once you kill a child, you become a murderer indeed. Wow, all coming in. Your baby's not garbage, folks. Your baby's not garbage. Your baby wants to live. Your baby don't want to die. Your situation isn't so bad that baby has to die today. I said your situation isn't so bad. You what? Yeah. Why don't you just carry it 9 months and I'll take it after you're done? It's an evil thing to kill a little baby, you know. It's the ultimate act of selfishness and betrayal. Your situation isn't so bad that your baby has to die today. Why don't you come on over here and talk to me? And I won't have to be preaching to you. Your situation isn't so bad that your baby has to die today. Your situation will change. You can't bring your baby back to life once it's dead. You can't unabort a baby. God commands, thou shalt not kill.
Where your baby at?
My babies are living and they're having babies. Your situation will change. You can't bring your baby back to life once your baby's dead. It's the ultimate act of selfishness and betrayal, folks, to pay a total stranger money to rip the arms and legs off your poor little child. It's not about me, it's about your child. It's not even about you. It's about your baby that you're about to murder. How will you answer to Almighty God on the day of judgment? Are you going to mock Him too? He's going to flush you into hell. That's where murderers go. Hell. Where there's wailing and crying and gnashing of teeth throughout eternity. You won't be mocking that. You won't be mocking God on that day of judgment. Oh no. He commands, thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not kill. It's not complicated. Abortion is, was, and always will be cold-blooded, premeditated murder under a color of law, under a pretense of medicine and choice. But some choices are wrong. Abortion's a poor choice for you. It's no choice for your baby. No choice for your baby. Baby wants to live. It's the ultimate act of selfishness and betrayal to pay a total stranger money to kill your innocent child. If you can't love a little baby, how can you love each other? How can you love yourselves if you can't even love your own flesh and blood? It's not hard to take care of a little child. I'll teach you how to change a diaper. I'll teach you how to give a baby a bottle. Your baby wants to live, folks. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not kill. It's cold-blooded, premeditated murder, folks. You don't throw away a baby like a cigarette butt, cast it on the ground and step it underfoot. It's a human being. It's a little person. It's got arms, legs, fingers, and toes, its own brain waves, its own blood type, its own DNA. It's a little boy, it's a little girl. It's your son or daughter, but it's not yours to kill. God commands, thou shalt not kill. This is what baby looks like at 10 weeks. I can't come on the property, but you can come over here.
What is it?
This is what your baby looks like now. You got arms, legs, fingers, and toes, its own brain waves, its own blood type, its own DNA. It's a little boy, a little girl.
Can't afford it.
Sure you can. You know what? You can't afford to do what you're doing.
Huh?
You can't afford to do what you're doing.
No.
You know,
It's the best thing to do right now.
not for the baby.
For me.
Yeah, but think about
If
your
I ain't
child.
alright, the baby ain't alright.
Yeah, think about your child.
Y'all stand out here and do this all day?
Yeah,
Why?
we do. Because we care about you and we care about your baby. Okay. Now there's a crisis pregnancy center that's not too far from here. You know, it opens up at 9. A lot of the stuff they have there is free. You know, everything that's on there is free. And you know, you can get help. You know, babies don't cost that much to raise.
Yes, we do.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
I
have
raised 3 of
and
them.
they cost a whole lot.
What are you doing for them? Give them gold rings or what? You know, I mean, a
I
bob.
don't do nothing for them. That's why I ain't keeping this one.
Yeah, but it's no different killing this one than the other ones.
You're right. I probably should have killed them too.
Yeah, well, you know, there's people that are willing to adopt, you know,
Nuh-uh.
children. Sure they are.
If I carry it, I need to keep it. I ain't gonna carry it.
Yeah, I know that. I know you're going to bond with it. You know what? Your situation is going to change.
Mm-mm.
Sure it will. It always does. Nothing ever, that's the only permanent thing in life is change. You know, nothing ever stays the same. Things always get better or worse.
Well, I gotta go in here to my appointment now.
You what?
I gotta get to my appointment.
No, you don't. You don't have to go. You don't have to keep that appointment with
Have
death.
a nice day.
Well, I know you're not going to have a nice day, and I know your baby's going to have a terrible day. The last day of its life. Come on now. Come on. Do the right thing. Bye-bye, baby. You know, you got to think about your soul. You know, you're on your way to hell. You don't have to. You can change your path. You can change your mind. Turn your life to Christ. I did. I was on my way to hell too. I was on my way to hell. I was an atheist. I was a God hater. Well, I was 27 when I changed my ways. When I turned away from Christ, when I turned back to Christ, I was an atheist. I was a God hater. I was a fornicator. Oh yeah, I was all of that. And I'm still a bad person. But I'm a bad person on my way to heaven because Christ saved me. No, I'm not. Not today. I become a believer. I do. I believe now. You see this tree over here? God made it. He made your baby too. He made your baby. And He's got a plan and a purpose for your life if you quit living in rebellion to Him and follow it.
I don't have a baby. I come here to get cheap birth control because I can't afford it because I don't have health insurance.
Your best birth control is self-control. Just say no. Yeah. You're not a barnyard animal. Just a minute. No, you don't have to keep this appointment. Well, you can drive a long way. You got to drive back anyway. You might as well drive back in righteous than unrighteous. You might as well drive back doing the same thing. You got to go back wherever you came from anyway. You drove a long way just to hear me. Just to hear me tell you that you don't have to do this.
So I'm not going to listen.
That's up to you. But one day you'll stand before Almighty God and you'll have to listen to Him. You got to think about your eternal destiny, not just your temporal circumstances. There's a God in heaven and He commands, "Thou shalt not kill." Why don't you go home, take care of your 4 kids? You got 4 children, you know.
I got 3.
You got 4.
3.
You got 1 in your belly. And you always have 4, you know that? Even after you kill this one, that child will live on in your heart and your mind. Okay, if you got 5, I won't argue with you. You had another abortion before?
Yep.
Did you forget about that baby? Is it still living on in your heart and your mind?
I forgot about it.
Well, how come you brought it up to me that you have 5 if you forgot about it?
It would have been.
Yeah, it is.
It would have been.
You got 1 dead baby, and if you go through with this, you'll have 2, but it'll live on in your heart and your mind forever.
And if I killed you, then you would be.
Yeah. That child will live on in your heart and your mind forever. You'll never forget it, just like you don't forget this one. And it'll change your character. You have a choice to change your character from being a murderer to being a mother. You got a choice. But abortion is a poor choice for you. And it's no choice for your baby.
Was a lifetime. Born with daddy's eyes and mama's habit, main line.
Great evil.
Now the family's all dressed
Great
in
evil.
black.
Taking the life of a little baby.
Very rosy and the monkey
Great evil.
on her back. It's a sad goodbye.
Thou shalt not kill.
You never had a chance. Never had a choice. Never had a friend. Never had a voice. You never got to walk. Never got to dance. Never got to talk. Never had a chance.